I can see now, looking back, that Connor and I went about full-time sailing in a very extreme way.
Okay, it is blowing out here.
And over the last year, I've seen many examples of people pursuing the dream, but in a much more balanced way.
I mean, adventure and stuff is just what life's about, you know? Work's kind of just a means to get there.
And I want to tell you guys why we did it the way we did, and show you an example of a couple that I think is doing it in a much more balanced and sustainable way. Meet Marcus, Emily, and Killian of Sailing Vessel Thistle.
All right, so what prompted the idea? It was your idea, right, Emily?
Uh-huh. Yes, it did. We didn't want to have a mortgage, and there's really nowhere you can live in New Zealand without having a mortgage unless you have, you know, millions and millions of dollars.
And she said, let's buy a boat, and I was like, oh yeah, that's one of the crazy ideas.
Oh yeah, that's a crazy idea. And then about a month later, you're like, that might not be so crazy.
No, it's just as crazy. It's just
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, it's like, oh, let's go look at boats.
Connor and I had always been sensible. We were always good at saving our money, keeping expenses low, and getting ourselves into careers that we knew were employable around the world. Sensible, right?
How many boats did you look at?
In person? Oh,
not that many.
5?
Yeah, not even that, I think.
5?
You looked at 5 boats.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think
We were pretty keen on...
on board like 5 or 6. I think this was the 6th that we looked at in person on the boat.
We
But
looked
could
at
have been
heaps
the 5th.
online, but
Yeah.
we were quite keen on a BL52 over at Beach Haven. Well, not Beach
Bayswater.
Haven.
Those are
Bayswater.
good
Yeah.
boats, very good boats.
Yeah, and
Lovely
it was
boat. It
quite
was
nice.
a lovely boat.
But then we saw this one, and this has got a lot more to it.
Because of how sensible we had always been, when we were finally pulled into the full-time sailing dream, we experienced a drastic shift and followed the party's advice of go simple, go now, so that we wouldn't have enough time to chicken out. We had no water maker, not enough headroom for Connor, and not even a bed long enough for Connor. But we were doing it, and in the process showing people that the dream is accessible for all.
Day 1, you survived. Day 2, we will thrive.
So,
I know, it feels a little weird, but you get used to it.
that is very weird. I mean, obviously, this is like the main saloon. Is that what it's called? So, do you want to go this way? Should we go this way first?
Go on.
Okay, let's
Show
go
me,
this
little
way
buddy.
first. Through the garage.
Plenty of space for
The
tools in
workshop.
here.
The workshop. So this is the master with the ensuite. And we've also got, well, it's covered up at the moment, but the window. So, like, when you're out, you just have an awesome view. Like, you wake up where you can just lay here during the day and enjoy the view. Oh, that's awesome. There you go. Oh, it's a shower. It's nice not having to shower over the toilet.
Yes, 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 yes.
So this is like the official garage because it does dead end.
You guys have some good storage on here.
Yeah. Killian's fort for today.
Yeah, saw the fort. I do like your fort, little dude.
So we've got the bunk for the boys.
Is it comfortable up here?
And it is actually, it's quite comfortable. Like the V-berth is a full.
You need to show her your washing setup in the...
Oh yes, the washing setup.
Yes.
So we have a separate shower in here as well, which is really nice. And we've got one of our spinny RV kind of things. It will spin out most of the moisture, which is awesome. And then my bucket with a strainer and the plunger. Easier.
Yeah, so how does it work?
How does it work?
I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, no. There are plenty of videos on YouTube of people washing laundry with plungers.
I actually don't know what she's talking about, so I'm just gonna Google it real fast. Ooh.
Let's just say I like watching her do the washing.
Okay, I see how it goes.
Tisk, tisk.
It didn't occur to me how extreme Connor and I were until I heard about how Marcus and Emily were doing it. In many ways, they were just living a normal life, but on a boat.
Do you guys have a car? Do you provision? How do you provision?
Yep, got a Colorado ute.
Are you gonna keep it?
Yeah, but yeah, we just got one car now, so
Yeah.
we have to sort of organise our time between my work and provisioning and all that sort of gearing.
She does the cooking?
Yeah.
I do all of it.
How is cooking in this kitchen?
Actually, it's not much different than our kitchen at the house. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the oven is the only thing. Like, we haven't roasted chicken in the oven.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. So getting used to cooking with gas. White bean, chicken chili, yum.
Now, it's clear to me that Marcus and Emily are adventurous people just like Connor and I. They need their fill of adrenaline and newness just the same.
Quite like motorcycle racing, so I owned a motorcycle race team.
Owned or own?
Yeah, owned.
Okay.
So I used to race myself at 600 Super Sport. I was number 7 in NZ.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, so I love motorsports, and unfortunately I had to sell all the motorsports stuff to buy the boat.
They have a goal. They didn't just buy their boat to live in a marina. They plan to slowly build up their skills and knowledge of their boat while regularly getting out and having a good time. Throughout my time with Marcus and Emily, the thing that stood out to me the most was the balance they seemed to have. They seemed to have found a happy medium between a lot of things that stressed out Connor and I about being on a boat versus the mediocrity of living on land.
We did a fairly small change. I mean, it sounds like a big change, but basically we used to live probably 10 minutes drive from here. So we're still shopping at the same shopping mall. We're still
Same
going to the
swimming
same
lessons,
yeah.
same playgrounds, stuff
So we're
like
doing
that.
steps
Yeah.
changes. So we're just living or sleeping in a different spot at the moment. So
They were still living their normal life, and they still had an income coming in while they adjusted.
So, what did you do before you got the boat?
we lived quite a normal life. In a house, had a job. I worked from home though, so so we just thought we'd have a crack at this boat life and see what's going on.
What did you do for work?
I own my own company, so
Sweet.
I work from home and sell bridge joints and expansion joints and that sort of thing for infrastructure.
Yeah.
How's homeschooling?
Good.
On the
Good?
boat.
Do you like it? Lots of reading, eh?
That's it. Good.
Yeah. He's actually really good at listening to big stories, aren't
Yeah.
you? And we meet with a homeschooling group now. Hey. We do swimming and his brother does like an outdoor program on Fridays, which hopefully we'll be able to do starting when he's old enough.
Marcus and Emily also had an understanding of how their life to date would contribute to their ability to cope and enjoy boat life.
Knowing the context of what we're talking about is the most important thing. So I know my background of flying, I know my background of doing things practically and fixing bikes and that sort of thing. So I'm not worried about learning the boat system so much. I just know that it needs some time.
So this stuff right here.
All of that, none of that was there.
And you did that yourself?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
did that.
How long did that take?
Afternoon or something like that. It wasn't too long. We painted the kiwi grip on that. It's amazing stuff. It's worked really well.
Nice. It's good
And
to
up
see a
the
good
front
review.
too. I've just installed this netting.
Okay. Yep, we had the same. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Just installed it because it's apparently not a good look to lose children overboard.
Uh-huh.
So the biggest improvement we made since we came on board was buying this bad boy in here. It's just a diesel heater.
Nice.
Exactly. Moving in on a boat in the middle of winter is not the most pleasant thing. So
I think you have to be pretty hands-on.
you have to
Like
be
you
fairly practical
have
anyway.
to and practical about things if you're going to own a boat. I mean, you gotta have some skills to be able to do certain things. Otherwise, you're not going to have any fun. You're just going to stress yourself out and not be able to enjoy it and spend a lot of money.
I've got my pilot's license as well, so I used to fly way back in the day, and so all of that sort of planning before you go and all that sort of thing is all part of the whole process basically. So you think about what are all the bad things that could happen,
Yeah.
and then sort of mitigate those bad things to reduce the risks.
Listening to the two of them and seeing what they were doing, I started to gain some perspective on why Connor and I went about things the way we did.
I mean, we still have a lot of our old friends, of course.
Yeah.
Do they get
They're
it?
very interested about seeing the boat and stuff.
Yeah.
A fair
Some
number of
get
people
it.
that don't get it. Like, why
What?
did you sell your house? Wait, we thought you bought a boat. You're living on the boat. Wait, what?
But then following on from that, they know us, so it kind of does make sense to them. They're
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, we've
we haven't
made
been
other
here that long,
friends
so I
too.
don't
There's
know.
like, there's people that have lived on the pier here for quite a while, and
G40 is where you want to go and get drunk. G4 is where you want to go and watch motorsports and
watch
drink.
motorsports.
This is a smoking bar. This one.
God, I love that. That's amazing. You see, Connor and I became too sensible after getting our master's degrees. Everything became about professional pursuit and saving for retirement. In the process, we took too many joys out of life.
Killian, my question for you is, how have you found living on the boat?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we have sails and we have a drive engine and generator.
Ah.
And we have an anchor too, but it isn't working though.
Yes, it is.
No,
Do you miss your room back at your house?
nah, it's the same like here. Because since we have a small space, I love it.
As often happens, too many near-death experiences cause people, Connor in this case, to question everything. And so sailing accidentally entered our lives. Sailing was the exact opposite of how we were living. The least sensible thing we could do.
You really didn't want to take 2 trips, did you?
So, I know a big part of the boat was getting out of a mortgage, but you guys must have had some kind of dream in your mind. What did you envision? Like, what for the sweet moments, the moments that are the best? What was that? What did that look like for you guys?
Well, I mean, for me, it's a challenge and bettering myself at the challenge. I suppose it's like a new challenge, and you can overcome the challenge, and you feel good about doing that. So, yeah, that's my idea of what a good thing is like people saying you can't do it, and then you go and do it.
I don't know.
To be honest, it's white beaches.
Sailing away and being able to go snorkel places.
Because we had been living so extreme in one way, the appeal to live so extreme in the other way was very strong.
What's the plan around New Zealand?
Well, this summer we're looking at going up to Bay of Islands for 2 months or something like that.
Okay.
And sailing around there. There's a few people from the marina going up there. So we're probably going to go up in one group or something like that and see what happens. So I like to say I can work from anywhere, so we're going to go up there for probably two months or so.
Okay.
And yeah, learn how to sail and sail with a whole lot of other people and have fun.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. And then what? What about for winter? Was that too far ahead?
Yeah, too far ahead really. We get through summer first, make sure we don't, run aground or anything, and learn what we're doing.
So what would I change if we were to redo boat life? Well, I'm already making those changes. Building both a sustainable financial life while bringing in newness and adventure to keep me satisfied along the way.
Guys, we're off and I am freaking stoked. This is gonna be awesome. Wish us luck. Yeehaw! My first race.
Today as I record this, I'm getting back into rock climbing after giving it up 10 years ago. I've been building a solid network of sailors whose boats I can always jump on. And I'm working hard to get this channel going so I have a sustainable income that allows adventure. Would I go back to boat life in my current state? No, not yet. First, I need to find balance.
So, my God, I mean, you guys have balls. There's no better way to put it. Is it worth it? Are you guys glad you did it so far?
So far, it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I don't.
Enjoyed it.
Something to eat.
Yes, you can have a snack to eat here.
And apparently, moving in on a boat in the middle of winter is the worst time to do it. Apparently, so we've done that.
Well, yeah, that's
Wasn't
what we
that bad?
thought. Like, if we can get through
Diesel heater.
winter, if we can get through winter right off the bat, like we've done the worst part, and it's like, oh, well, it's all, sunshine ahead, right?
No, I love it.
No! That's how I'm gonna end the episode, guys, right there.